Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Another day of the Asto-Gravitational report and wisdom for you. Hopefully, those reports are helping you. We'd love to hear your comments, or if you need some contact, you can reach us on the contacts at the website below. All right. So, with that being said, in there, following the energies from the previous day. You're going to be seeing it as I spoke at the end of the report. The moon is going to be with this divine energies towards Mars. Actions, because the moon cannot do it on its own. You see, intuition without actions is nothing. It's just a thought. Okay? So without learning, it is about the work that needs to be done. But what work needs to be done? So all of a sudden, at 12 o'clock, there's going to be this energy that's going to be said, halt, U-turn, wrong way, don't go, don't act like this. And this is when the people actually, during the Mercury retrograde, they're going to be really mess it up. So with this kind of like a warning in there for what is it for you? This is about when you are going to the wrong directions for a while, for a long time. All of a sudden, there's going to be this U-turn. This U-turn, and that is going to come with Mercury has been a retrograde together with Jupiter has been a retrograde to point out to the wrong learning you have, which is going to be Saturn. Since the Saturn is the only one direct, in there is going to be go back to school, go back to learn, go back to be active, go back to do something that is much more in a proper way. So with these energies there early in the morning, this is what is going to be for you. You're going to be seeing it, that energy at 7 o'clock. That is going to come very powerful. Since the midheaven is going to be at Virgo, it is going to be opposing Neptune and some squares that it's going to be pushing in. But as you're going to be seeing it at 8 o'clock, that energy there, that it's going to comes out at 12 o'clock, you will see just a little preview because you're not dealing with it. You only see it. But it's different when you see a situations and when you are in the situation. As the moon is getting these divine energies in there from Mars, Mars is going to be this proactive. Let's act on it. Let's see the things on it. But this vision that right now you're getting it here at 8 o'clock is about to prevent you of the wrong actions. Usually when the people does this, all of a sudden something happens, they quit their job, they quit the project, they quit relationship. They do a lot of things that they say are wrong things. And later on, they are not evolving in there. So a lot of the ego is going to be a little bit higher because of this, because you're putting that revising situation, that past mistakes in there, they're coming out. And since you cannot overcome them, okay, they are mistakes, you cannot go anymore forward. It says wrong way. I mean, you cannot just go against the flow in there. Some people does, and they're gonna be learning how this is going to be. Now the midheaven that it's gonna be at Libra, it is about your relationships in there, relationships with the flow. Okay, you can't just go on the road and be in the wrong lane, right? Sooner or later, there's gonna be either have to move out, or sooner or later you're gonna end up in an accident. So one way or another, that is that warning that it's gonna come towards you. All right, next hour that's going to be at 9 o'clock there. The midheaven at Libra is going to be pointing out this divine energy towards Neptune. Is to the realizing the reality where you are. What is it going on? What is this is not working? Where is this positions in there? That's going to be leading with what? Mars and Pluto opposing Mars and is opposing Pluto and Venus, and it's squaring the inner work within the relationship because it's missing that part of understanding where it's at. You're acting prematurely on something, and this is what is this preventing you in there. You're doing some premature actions, premature situations, without you've been rethinking in there, thinking about you doing a project, okay? And that project, some of you who's working on at work as a project, all of a sudden you've been progressing on this project, but you go into the wrong direction, not what the customer wants. So now you're realizing this and you're making the U-turn to fixing the things. You're sending a feedback to the customer and asking the customer, hey, Mr. Customer, oh, what is this for you? That's kind of the progress we get. And he's like, that's not what I asked for. There is this misunderstanding. But the customer and the operator is you. You're the boss, right? So with this kind of like a relationship, so there can be triggers, a lot of stuff in there. And particularly right now, we are talking about the 10 o'clock as the moon is going to be rising in the ascendant. This divine energy is like, okay, we understand we have to go back, but we don't have to look at it in there. What was the main reason we are turning the U-turn? A lack of love, a lack of transformations, okay? And this is why right now you're going to be feel like forced transformation, forced to change, forced to navigate a different course, but accept that it is for the right things, okay? It's the same thing. It is the right thing for you to go in your lane, not to going into the other side, right? Okay? All right. So with this being said, at 11 o'clock, you're going to see in it that the power understanding about love, your expressions about the love, the transformations that comes in, particularly with Uranus in there, you seeing it within yourself that leads you to the North Node. Okay, so it's gonna be giving you dispositions in there. So you're like, okay, let me go there, let me get this, let me do this, and in the next hour, you turn. But if you look at it, it's your turn to turning around, to getting those energies around, to be established these situations within yourself because the authority it's calling for. You see this oppositions with Jupiter and that T-squaring with Saturn. You have not learned certain things, you have not matured to a certain levels, you have not progressing into this level. Now the progress is going to be asking you to heal certain patterns because those energies, they're very powerful with who? With Chiron, okay? They're very powerful with the both Liliths. That is it about the truth and its vulnerability as the truth is. But it's also the truth is why there were certain things were not healed, not hiding in there. So that energy is going to trick a lot for you. It's going to bring you, but your actions at 12 o'clock will determine it. Are you flowing with the flow? Are you healed? Are you got the right situations? Or you have to make this U-turn because this U-turn is telling you, don't go. You're going in the wrong way. Don't act like this wrong way. You came to these situations because you went too far. And with that, the energies of too far in there is going to increase a little bit with the midheaven being at Sag, and that is going to begin this, what I call it, nasty gram. This kind of like of messages that gonna comes out, these processes that you are pointing fingers, your blame, your shames, and others, and so forth. But when you have to look within yourself, what you're expressing out there towards others is what who you are from within. You stay on that energy within yourself, and that's what you express and it's outward. This is why it's so important that during those energies there, guys, with the Mercury retrograde, don't say I didn't warn you, in there, it is about that one moment of anger expression like this can cause you and saves you 1,000 moments of regret. But the choice will ultimately be yours. Okay? So with this energy, the moon, it's coming in, it's like we need more wisdom. She's sextiling with Saturn. And she's like, duh. We end up to here, it's a no enter street, it says U-turn, we have to go back, we've been going in the wrong road, we need to get there, we need to create different actions. And now you're understanding that the work has to be put on hold. It's like, okay, wait a minute, let's reevaluate it. Energies in there within, they do understanding these purposes that's happening, because the human consciousness is only looking to go with the horns. It can't just go with the horns. Sometimes you have to go with the flow as it's going for the right moment. And you're gonna see it in the next hour, which is the midheaven is gonna be with Venus and Pluto, transforming love. Yeah, the beauty. Yes, it is. Okay. For those who are changing, yes. For those who hasn't changed, oh my God, God bless your soul. You still have to go back to school. It is what it is. They have to go back, healing patterns, children's inner child, whatever that might be. Mostly wrong learnings. Some of you are going to find out that you're learning the wrong stuff in there because of whatever your ego was guiding you. Okay? So this is going to be some very powerful revelations done because of the Mercury retrograde. The next hour that ascendant is going to be with Jupiter, the growth is going to come in. You embrace the inner work as the age of Aquarius. Some of you don't embrace it, the new. Some of you don't even accepting the new. Do you know why? Your spiritual ego in there, when it sees an advancement, doesn't accept it because you have to work. While the people who are already in advance, you feel like jealous a little bit that they are there. Or that you kind of like are making a comments of premature, oh, they don't know what are they talking about, so forth, so forth. Stay in the way of this, because that's what Mars opposing that energy is there. But Mars right now, listen to this, is like, wait a minute, I'm realizing situations within me. Oh, maybe I have to look in there. Maybe I have to get back into. And where did I learn to be like this? In your family. And this is why Mars is going back at Cancer. A lot of reviews gonna be there, a lot of cries, a lot of emotions, a lot of pain. But pain is because of you holding to the old that it's there. All right. Next hour, midheaven is gonna be in Aquarius. It's gonna be a squaring Uranus. Some of you has to be go back, U-turn, because you went too fast. You explaining two things in advance, whereas the people are not ready. Society is not ready. Situations is not ready. You're in a hurry up. You're in a pushing, and so forth. Well, you don't understand the proper way of needs to be done. Okay? There is the proper things that needs to be done, and they're all starting where? In the family, at the beginning of the learning patterns. And those is going to be because the lack of the divine situations, divine energies, they has not been promoted within the family. And now Pluto and Venus going to be remind you in the next few days, particularly about this. So pay attention in the next few days, about 5-6 p.m. You're going to be seeing those patterns. All right, wisdom's coming. It's 6 p.m. The midheaven is going to be with Saturn. That is going to be those divine energies. They're going to be pointing towards Mars learnings, and the ascendant that is Cancer is trying that Saturn. You're learning the patterns. He's like, oh, I did not know this, I don't know that, and situations like this. Be mindful if you have cardinal sign, because Lilith's at Libra. We have the moon that is at Capricorn. Ascendant is at Cancer, and we have a Chiron at Aries. So basically, something that you not heal from within you, you are bringing it within the family. From the family, you bring into a relationship. From relationships, you are bringing it into your professions, because you don't know how to deal with others. Okay, just because you don't know how to deal with yourself. So that's gonna be another hold in there. And as the next hour, the ascendant, it's still going to be at Cancer, opposing Venus and Pluto. It's time to transform old ways of patterns. It's time to re-innovate those patterns. It's time to ending these games. And it's time to be this undecisive duality in there and so forth. And looking at what to gain, which is Pisces, right? It's kind of like a manipulation for a manifestation that doesn't work and backfires on you. So with this and been set in there, that is what the people they're using or misusing and abusing the love for different things. Well, that's not love. That is just you want to manifest something. Okay. Challenges will comes in. It's normal. You have to go face it. As a midheaven, it's gonna be at areas very close to Chiron. The ascendant is gonna be with Mars. You see these things more, but the proper evaluation is like, okay, wait a minute. Why I'm here at this fault? Why am I this wrong way? What did I did wrong? Where did that begin? Well, it begins from your shadow, from your desires. Okay? Your desires goes this way and the energy goes this way. And what's happening? The desires reach that they're now manifesting. You have to make a U-turn because you have to go where the flows within the energies. And there, spiritual adjustment, big times. Yes. Thank you, darling. Love you. Glad to see you here. And this is what is. And this is what we talk about it. Some people are gonna be feel like it's forced. Yes, it is. You're gonna be facing this. Some of you is gonna be maturing more faster to ever mature before. Why? Because you finally find a missing piece and you plug that in, and now the energy just goes up. And that's what it is. That's the power of this U-turn. All right, next hour. Midheaven is going to be on Taurus. Challenges in the material world, making money, giving money, moving, selling, buying. Well, of course you are, because you're not going the right way, going your desires, right? And with those challenges, they're gonna be comes in and rising up in there. You're gonna be start learning. You have to go with the flow. Okay. So with this energy of the ascendant that's gonna be receiving these divine energies towards the moon, it is about we have to do the proper work. Let's make a U-turn. When we created the project, we did not look what customer wants. We just have the standard procedure. Let's see what the customer wants first. Let's give them the most needed situations for their progress. Now let's do the second one. What's the customer wants? They want the next site. They gotta be involved with this project. They gotta be sure. And that's how you progress it. But at the same time, that's you. Okay? You're progressing. What is a priority? Okay? And you learned that some of the priorities you wasn't the right thing. Well, here it's at 10 o'clock. The divines remind you that you have to get it there. I was talking about those last degrees of Leo and Virgo for so long. And they're going to be there for quite a while. So pay attention. So you have something in there on those degrees, you're probably going to be facing lots of changes there. Because Pluto is in Neptune, they are going to be there. They're going to be sticking it there. They're going to be pointing that finger of God for a while in there, into the collective. Because this ego that has been built in Leo, okay, creates a damage. And now who has to heal the damage? The Virgo. So you have these transitions that's going to go in with that. And here is at 11 o'clock, the things are calmed down. If you did the right things, the love is in order, transformations in a proper order. As you see that Uranus, it's pointing that beautiful energies towards the North Node. You finally made the progress. You finally got these things inside of it. And with those energies that it's going to come in right now, everything begins to be in order. While the ascendant shows you something is blocking. What is it blocking though? And you're going to find out, for those who wants to find out, look at it at 12 o'clock at midnight. That's going to be the inner work, Jupiter. The ascendant that it's in Virgo, it is opposing Saturn, and that growth that it comes in, that growth that needed to be revised. Together we are talking about authority down below. And Mercury retrograde with the retrograde Jupiter, they are squaring Saturn. pointing out that something is not organized properly. Why it's not organized properly? You have unhealed patterns in there from Chiron. He's also retrograde. You want to move forward, but you're dragging yourself out with the old pains. Why you need to change? And who's going to change? Your authority, the way you're talking, by you revising the situations. Those revising situations going to be going through the truth and to the shadow. They're going to that growth that is going to come in. And that growth from midheaven and Jupiter is going to be given to your intuition. And that intuition is going to be, I need to learn this. Boom. There you go. You're not going to be blocked anymore. But you realize it. You have to make that. You turn off the energies. So that's all the Asto-Gravitational report, guys. If you have any questions or your personal inquiries in there, you can find a contact form on our website. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward for your comments. Good luck with the U-turn. Here's some little energies for you guys. It doesn't matter what. Just keep on going forward.